Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you my review of Army of Darkness, which is the third film of the Evil Dead series starring Bruce Campbell. And so I reviewed the first two, of course, the Evil Dead as well as Evil Dead 2, a little while ago. You guys can look it up on my channel, but I will also provide links to it at the end of this video to both the reviews of the previous two films. But I especially wanted to finally see the third film just because I'm kind of eager and interested in watching the Ash vs. Evil Dead series. So being kind of eager to get to that, I thought now was the time to finally watch it. Army of Darkness, of course. And, it's probably one of those movies that people have figured I would have watched a long time ago, but oddly enough, I just seen it tonight. And right off the bat, I should say that, this movie came out in 1992. And it was, of course, directed by, again, Sam Raimi, and, of course, starred Bruce Campbell. But I should also talk about how I watched it, because now I plan on buying all the Evil Dead movies on Blu-ray. I already have the remake, which I liked a lot. I also did a review on that quite a while ago. But anyway, so how I watched it was on YouTube. There's a couple different YouTube channels that I posted the full movie. For some reason, all the Evil Dead movies are, on YouTube for free, so, look them up. Some are definitely better quality than others, though, of course. And the one I watched was alright, at least not a full picture kind of thing, but it was one of those I was, kind of zoomed in, so you could tell there were some shots that looked better, but, because of the extreme zoom in, they looked off-frame, or, someone was, in the corner instead of being in the center or something. So that probably affected my viewing a little bit, and the audio I think was off too, so it sounded like an old Western show or something like that, which I guess sort of weirdly fits with this. So I'm sure I'll like it even more when I watch it on Blu-ray when I get it eventually, because as far as the other two Evil Dead movies, I thought they were okay. I thought the first one was, again, okay. It was fine. I definitely liked some bits and scenes to it, but I found it a bit underwhelming, honestly. The second one I liked a little bit more, but, I still wasn't, blown away, honestly, again. I'm sure I'll go back and watch them now and probably enjoy them more, having seen them all. But the third one, Army of Darkness, I had a ton of fun with. I really, really like this one. And once again, I think once I watch it on Blu-ray or even just DVD, I'll probably like it even more. But I had a ton of fun with this one. I thought it was very, very entertaining. It really became the epitome of what I think the Evil Dead franchise can be, at least, with Ash Williams and everything. I loved it, honestly. It was a good change of pace, with him going into 1300 AD or whatever it is. And of course, going on this quest to try and restore the, book, to try and get himself back to his own time. But he has to deal with, of course, this army of the undead. I know this one also went through a couple of title changes as well. Let me just look it up real quick. I am on IMDb right now. Yeah, the original title was Medieval Dead, which would have made sense. For some reason, I think someone, one of the producers or something, changed the title or someone within the studio. There's also a different ending that both Raimi and Bruce Campbell liked more, which basically, again, spoiler warning if you haven't seen this like I haven't yet until now, would have had him, waking up in post-apocalyptic London or something, which I guess people found too depressing, apparently, I don't know, but also kind of sets up for a fourth film, which might have been in question too, I don't know, anyway, I really, really like this one. Just the setting was a good change of pace. It being Ash being stuck in a period area, I thought, or a period environment, I should say. Made it different instead of him being around the cabin and just the forest again, which is fine. And the first two interconnected together well enough for what they were. But I just think this one, having that bigger set and almost a bigger scale, definitely helped it. And this one definitely has more all-out action, especially with the battle sequence at the end. Of course, him, with the evil Ash, and then just the army of the undead. It made for, a lot of, campy, but awesome back and forth. Sword fights and chainsaw fights and stuff like that, or sword to chainsaw, I should say. Of course, Ash using the boomstick. I gotta say, my favorite scene in the movie was probably during the beginning, when Ash is tossed down that pit. With why am I saying the Deadites? One of the Deadites they have there. They don't know what it is, so they treat it like this great, creature that they use for sacrifices and everything like that, or to, basically execute people. But he's tossed down there. Of course, he manages to fight it off, which is fine enough. And then he comes back up. He climbs back up after he's given the chainsaw, after killing it. And he makes a really awesome speech. Bruce Campbell did an awesome job in this movie. He really became what the Ash character is known for in this one, I think. He gave the whole "this is my boomstick" speech, which is just iconic as fuck. I knew that before, but I really know it now. I loved it. Bruce Campbell really got to embrace the personality, and he did really, really well with it. Just the cocky, macho thing. It's really addicting watching Ash on screen. Just Bruce Campbell's dialogue delivery is just so perfect for the character. He also has a love interest in the movie. One of the women who's staying in the area. She's skeptical of him at first, but they eventually connect. But then she gets turned supposedly, and yeah. There are a couple of silly bits to it for sure. I know it's not meant to be taken overly seriously. Give me a quick second here, guys.
Can you put paint in your room? I gotta see George.
Yeah, I'm gonna take care of it anyway.
Alright, sorry about that, guys. But yeah, so there are a couple silly bits to it. That was one a little bit too far for me, maybe. But I know, again, the Evil Dead series, especially the Bruce Campbell films, are meant to be campy and sort of not taken fully seriously. Same thing with Ash vs. Evil Dead, I'm sure, and the humor it has. But there's one where he's growing another head off his shoulder, and the whole evil Ash thing, when that starts, it feels kind of weird. Or when there's these smaller ones running around trying to knock him over and stuff like that, which is actually kind of entertaining. I'll give it that. But a big part of why it still worked and why I didn't drag down the film the way it could have was because of Bruce Campbell. Again, his mannerisms and just his delivery. The way he's trying to stomp on the little ones and the angle they shoot it from the floor. It's pretty funny. I'll give it that. I think the great payoff, or the best moments in the movie, the highlights, were again the opening scene, or not the opening scene. I mean the boomstick scene towards the beginning, as well as the final fight. I thought was really cool, and the whole S-Mart thing, the whole Mexican grocery store chain thing they worked into, I thought was pretty funny as well. But yeah, Army of Darkness, I loved it, I'll be honest. I rated it, I put the rating at a B+ or B-. I give myself a range just to give myself some leeway once I have my thoughts settle and I can decide. But honestly, I think I'd be willing to give it at least an A-. I'm sure it'll at least be that once I watch it in better quality. But yeah, it's definitely a damn good time, and I'm definitely eager to start Ash vs. Evil Dead. And when I eventually finish each season of that, I'll do reviews on it, of course, as well. Maybe if I catch up in time, I'll be reviewing the current seasons as well, but it'll probably be a bit before I do that yet. But yeah, so now what you think about Army of Darkness, how you think it compares to the other two, what do you think of the remake, what do you think of the show, no spoilers. But yeah, so follow me on Facebook, Twitter, subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. And also, it's just hilarious the way he, the whole Klaatu Barada Nikto phrase he had to remember, and the way he just kept forgetting. I thought it was pretty funny as well. Anyway, see ya.